Welcome to another edition of the Davidson Football Players Spotlight. And in the spotlight today, we have Seth Stancil from Greenville, North Carolina. And Seth, how'd you get to Davidson?
I was looking at schools, kind of thought this would be a good fit for me academically. And around the same time, Coach LaFleur kind of showed up, and it all kind of worked out from there.
Now, what do you like about Davidson?
The campus is beautiful. The academics, of course. I like how challenging it is, but the campus is beautiful, right near the lake and near Charlotte.
Now, you're challenged. You're a history major. Tell us a little bit about that.
That was an interesting track for me, but ultimately I got to history major, kind of focusing on early colonial America, but I am actually writing my thesis right now for history.
Oh, okay, great.
And that's been a stretch for me.
What kind of things are you looking at in your thesis?
So I'm actually focusing on the cultural differences between like bootleggers and moonshiners, going from state prohibition and national prohibition.
Okay, so that's very interesting.
Yes.
That's any names to throw out there that anybody would recognize, or is it?
I'm more so looking like court cases and like newspaper articles than like specific people.
Okay. Now, when you're not playing football and when you're not studying history and looking up those bootleggers, what are you doing?
Hunting, fishing. Less here, but more at home.
Yeah.
I try to go home a couple times a year and at least get in the woods with my dad.
Now, football season and hunting season, that's kind of conflict a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's gone to the wayside, the last couple of years, but, hopefully soon I'll pick it back up.
Now, I understand you got a pretty big buck.
Decently sized.
You're not gonna tell us?
It was a 7-pointer. I shot it right before I came in. It was a small 7-pointer, but,
That's 7 points bigger than I've got. Seth, what else would folks like to know about you? You're working hard constantly, aren't you? It's something you have to drive these other guys on. Those kickers, somebody has to keep them straight, don't they?
Yeah, the last 3 years have kind of been interesting for me because I've gone less from a player role to more of a, kind of play in practice and then kind of coach during games and kind of help lead, Trevor and Charlie and Mike, kind of coach them up during games.
Now, kicking is such a mental game.
Yes.
You have to keep those guys up, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. It's a very finicky, one thing off and it's...
And then it doesn't have to be far off.
No, not at all.
Now, tell us your favorite memory at Davidson.
Football-wise, so Dayton freshman year was probably one of the best games we've, just in my memories, always stuck out.
Okay. Anything else?
I'll
put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
There's just
so many things.
Remember.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Seth, appreciate you taking the time to be with us. Seth Stancil in the Davidson Football Players Spotlight. I'm Mark Clemens. Thanks for joining us.